Welcome to Instagram Pipe Makers Club podcast with J Dog and Nate Dog and Ustin.
You're
This is
kidding, right?
Ju-
Did you just call me J Dog? Dude,
this
we
is
all know I'm old enough to be all of your fathers. Okay.
this is
Yeah,
is
Pops.
July, right? We're way late. This is the July challenge.
Well, as long as we're inside the next month.
I was thinking might have been fun just to wait until August was done and then just do a mega episode with July and August.
No, because we can't get the four of us together for an hour, let alone three. And Justin, wants to be replaced by Sarah anyway, which we'll probably get a lot more views.
True.
She knows more anyway.
Yeah.
It's my sweetie.
You
All
guys
right.
are pipe twins.
What?
You guys are pipe twins.
She's great.
I kind of think so too.
Can you guys see the thing?
I see the emblem.
Okay.
The
okay,
logo?
just
The,
making
the
sure.
logo that you made in some sort of app in about 30 seconds.
I
Or
sure did.
Thought your kid made it his first day of school.
what is that, crayon?
I used Microsoft Paint.
I dig it.
All right. Nate, you want to read the challenge?
Yep, I do. So Jay posted this and said, so as American as we can get shape-wise, harkens back to the days of the old Southerner, a cherry wood, also called a poker. But the cherry wood does have a slight difference. Originally, they were made from cherry wood trees and were the quintessential inexpensive basket pipe. But let's bring it up a notch. Any material of your choosing, but looking as authentic as possible to what a cherry wood pipe would have looked like 100 years ago.
I was hoping, briar, olive wood, something, any material, mortar, doesn't matter, but shaping the briar and rusticating it or sandblasting it to have that tree-like appearance. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But let's see how it all turned out.
All right. First up, we have EP pipes.
Now, you guys, a cherry and a poker are the names of the same shape, right?
Hmm.
You're the
Technically, they're the same thing. Cherry wood came from, and Cobbler has one in here later on. It looks much, much more like it. But this is EPs. He has an insert in that one, right? That's what it looks
Yeah,
like.
he said it's a bourbon stain with a mortar bowl. Stem material by me pouring my own now, is what he said.
All right,
So I think that's a mortar insert with the wood on the outside of just the bourbon stain.
right. So the whole pipe itself is actually a bourbon stave from a
Yeah.
barrel, which is great. If this was that time period, you would have made a pipe out of anything you could to smoke it, and that's what he did. Put the mortar insert in it, which is pretty unique actually when you think about it. That's why the staining, the finish is as it is like that. There's no real grain, just lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dig it.
For what it is, I mean, I think he did a great job on it. I'm guessing it's a more to insert on the as the end of the shank there for the stem.
No, it looks like it's some sort of acrylic. It looks like.
I can't tell. Want to zoom in on that left picture? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, there's green in it and everything else.
I don't know. I dig the color scheme. It's shank's a little bulky for my taste, but overall I really like it.
I don't know what the dimensions are, how that would look or feel. It reminds me kind of like I forgot who made it. Biff Tech maybe. A shape called the Wasp, which is similar in a way. You know, because you have the bowl and it bulges out from the shank.
I'll tell you, I have another guy that has made some pipes. It's basically some cob modding. But our pal Russ has modded some cobs for me. And
Yeah, I'm waiting for my spider web still.
the most recent one, I challenged him with making a pipe that looks like Rob Zombie would smoke it.
I
And
heard you do that. Do you have
it's
it?
awesome. I do have it. It's up on the shelf. I can't get to it right now. But
You need a
uh
ladder?
no, nobody wants to see my fat butt climb up there and grab it right now.
I want to see it
Too
'cause-
bad. I'll send you pictures later.
because
Anyway,
it's August. We may have that August of the
fine.
month
I'm getting
calendar
ready to go
photo.
see I'm getting ready to go see Rob Zombie, so let me grab it.
It kind of. I wonder if it smokes like a reverse calabash because of the, or maybe it's.
You know, I thought
don't know.
about that when I first saw it, but I think I don't think it's the insert is wide enough like that.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
What I was getting at is I tasked Rust with making me a pipe that looks like Rob Zombie would smoke it. And it's cool. It's got like the skull, like Zombie King
Yeah.
type thing going on here. If I can figure out how to use the dang camera.
No, hold it right there. Yeah, right there. Nope. There you go, right there.
I'm gonna. Should I stop sharing the screen so that way people can see that?
No, it's good.
The reason I brought that up is because I bought tickets to go see Rob Zombie in concert. And I thought, perfect opportunity. I'm going to take my Rust made pipe into Ruoff, the concert venue. I'm going to smoke this pipe during the Rob Zombie concert. The problem that I didn't think about is this thing is covered in copper.
Mm.
And there's no way I'm going to be able to sneak that sucker in. They're not letting me, but that's going to be like a weapon.
You think how sharp is this
So-
crown on top?
They're not sharp. But the thing I was thinking is this reminds me of like that like Rob Zombie vibe. Mossy looking, looks like, you know, it was found in an old like
You think so?
in an old rundown house. Yeah. This screams Rob Zombie. This screams like horror films, shock rock. I
The
love
side
it.
of the bowl on the picture on the left, I could see that with that shine coming through it.
I love it. It's got like this like mossy green vibe going on. It looks like it came out of a burnt house. Like, yeah, this screams horror film, shock rock. I love it. I would smoke this at a Rob Zombie concert.
Because this one you can get into a Rob Zombie concert.
I could, yeah. And I'm afraid to try to take the one Russ made me in because I don't want to go through all that, like all that screening and stuff, and then they make me throw it in the trash can. You know what I mean?
Does the metal base and crown come off of it?
No,
I would say if it did, just wear it around your neck like a necklace and then bring the cob in.
this isn't Russ's pipes moment. Talking about EP pipes here.
Yeah, well, you
And
brought
I
it
love
up.
it. I love the vibe about it. It's got like this Frankenstein's monster vibe. I don't know. It's got
Yeah,
a horror film.
All right, you know what? But this goes back to my point. Not every pipe is for everybody, and the pipe has to bring an emotion to you. You have to feel a connection to it, and you do. It doesn't mean anybody else has to or can, and even better, because that means it's more for you. You know what I mean? It's the whole idea of what we do.
What if you put Russ's pipe in like a pipe sock and just put it in your pants? And sneak
Okay,
it in
next
that way?
picture.
I'm just trying to help you out. I was thinking out loud. Sorry. Next is
Talk more about think stuffed in my pants later, Kirk.
next is ZZ pipes.
So this is from ZZ Pipes, and he literally just put Cherrywood my version.
Yeah, I made fun of him because he did not have anything done the same day I posted the announcement, which he usually
Yeah.
has, at least 2 done that afternoon. He actually has a regular job as a consultant in engineering. So he was away doing that when I, was busting his chops. So he threw this together inside the next couple of days. And, it's in Cherrywood shape. And for the shape it is, he really did a good job. And, the 3 hours he did to put it, make it. Zoom in on that insert.
I think it's zebra wood, but I can't tell.
I don't know. I will say, I think
It actually looks acrylic.
right? I couldn't tell from the picture.
that's probably the best looking pipe ZZ's made in any of the challenges.
Probably the most normal looking pipe. But I mean, the lines are clean. The bowl itself is pristine. The angle on it, it's going to sit right when it's filled. I'm sure it has a pretty ample chamber. That's got to be at least an inch and a half to 2 inches deep.
Yeah.
Great
You know,
looking.
to that draft hole. It's simple, but it's elegant.
I'd smoke it.
Nice.
Next, the Cobb
Next, we
Cobbler.
have
Yes.
the Cobb Cobbler. He said this pipe calls back to an era before sorry. This pipe calls back to an era before the diesel engine silenced the clatter of massive boilers and water wheels that pulleys that drove the factory lathes. When tobacco was sold in hands and plugs, when Missouri Meerschaum was just bursting onto the scene. Native cherry bowl and shank, imitation ivory stem. This
Aaron,
one,
this is the one that meets the challenge completely.
yeah,
Because this is when you're thinking back to cherry wood type pipes that you would get in the 1800s and stuff like that. This is what Appalachia is all about. And I love his description of it too.
It reminds me of those Rop. I think they were called Rop Cherry Woods or something, Rop Pokers or something like that.
Yeah, there were a few companies that made them. I mean, there were a few, but this was the kind of pipe that any farmer or you know anybody would have made for themselves. You know, carved it during the day and smoked it at night, minus the stem, of course.
I don't remember it this year, but at Chicago Pipe Show, at least the previous 2 years, wasn't there a guy that brought like a whole collection of Rop cherry wood pipes and was like showing them slash selling them?
I think I remember that.
I remember seeing that somewhere.
Like it was a whole table full of them.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Oh, you can still find them and buy them. And I think Rob does make a bunch of different kinds. A few different companies make them like this. You know, I think Missouri Meerschaum also does it. You know, with the hardwood pipe that they have. But this is exactly what you would have had if you were, blue and gray or revolution. This is what you would have had.
It
He
reminds
did a
me of
great job on it.
like Native American kind of style.
Yeah.
That's what.
Is that the vibe you're getting?
Yeah.
Then I won't knock it if that's your vibe. Go ahead. Go to the next one.
Freehand pipes.
Exactly.
Right on.
Johan.
He went with the same concept. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna read his whole little entry here.
Go ahead. We have an hour.
He said, "So I made 4 pipes this month. Well, 4.5 if you count the one that the mice ate.
Yeah, I know.
First one was drilled like a cherry wood, but then I got into carving and sort of went with the flow. Second one I made closer to the shape. Also, I got to play around with a bit of red and orange yellow dye as well, which is a bonus. Then I remembered I had a small branch from a plum tree and decided to make another 2 pipes, more in the spirit of the cherry wood, which is what these two are. One has a bamboo stem, the other is ebonite. I had the pair of them completed in around an hour.
Which for him is phenomenal. Getting it
Yeah.
in on time is tremendous for him. That one on the left, if you would take the cobbler's bowl and put that bamboo shank onto it with no actual, bit mouthpiece on the end, that's what you would have had back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Johan did a great job. That one on the left is my favorite of the two because it's just more of what it should be.
Mhm.
The copper winding on it,
Okay, I was
Is-
gonna ask
is-
what that was.
it's a great touch.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I just to me that this one looks the most like something that like a farmer would just kind of piece together in an afternoon to smoke. You know, I
Right.
agree. I like the one on the blue one. I
Yeah.
like it a lot. The bamboo and stuff.
Absolutely perfect.
What's he got in the jars behind there? Is that devil's lettuce? What's he smoking out of these pipes?
Let me tell you, your podcast is the first time I ever heard the phrase "devil's lettuce." I nearly had a car accident when I heard it.
Must be a Hoosier thing. That's what all the old folks here call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, I was dying. You guys have been cracking me up on that podcast quite a bit lately. The best though is, you know, you setting Nate up to give just that spontaneous line that makes me piss my pants. Like he'd much rather be designing dresses. I'm telling you, I lost it. Car next to me, it was a cop who's going to pull me over. But
Oh, but
zoom in,
seriously, what's in those jars?
zoom in on the right one first.
The right
Go to
jar.
the top one. Go to the top picture so he can see the jaws too.
Oh, up here.
Yeah.
It kind of gets blurry.
I actually want to see the pipe, but he can look at the jaws if he can. See, now that has the ebonite stem.
Oh.
See any? Oh my goodness!
Oh my
Come on,
gosh.
Kirk.
God
Hey,
damn it, Kirk! Pay attention.
If only this was his main podcast.
Listen, one hand on the mouse, the other one on top of the desk. Okay. Zoom in now.
Giggity.
oh shit.
See, he did a winding on that one too. I can't tell.
Oh,
No, it looks like some kind of an insert, but I don't know what it is.
it is copper on the blue one. I thought it was twine at first, which would have been cool either way. I think like hemp twine on.
Yeah,
Hemp twine would have probably been more realistic for the era.
Yeah.
But the copper just adds that little bit to it.
Yeah.
With the blue and the bamboo, it's just absolutely perfect. This one's interesting. I mean, only because it has the ebonite and it's bent like that.
Jay, you're gonna buy this
Mhm.
in bamboo.
And it's blue. Woohoo.
He made that with you in mind.
Doesn't everybody? Yeah, I like the way he did those. This
Now-
is
You could refrain from coughing anymore.
let's give Nate a second to cough up a lung.
sorry, I don't have a. I need a cough button.
I think maybe you swallowed a hairball from your chin.
I don't think
You know,
so.
2 weeks in a row, Nate can't record our podcast, but Nate can record this podcast.
And you guys took a week off. Let me tell you something. Sick or not, it probably felt good to let a week go, right?
Did.
Okay. That's it. You can't. This is supposed to be for fun, guys. Remember?
It is.
Nobody's getting paid for this.
We
supposed
are.
to
What are
be
you
in
talking about?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You got a cup of coffee, but yeah. Listen, you can't burn yourselves out. It's not healthy.
Now I'm doing 2 podcasts. Whose idea was this?
Yeah, but you're doing this every, what, 8 weeks now? And I only really brought you on here hoping that, you'd be sick and then Sarah would have to jump in for you. Or one of the kids.
Yeah.
Where are my cookie makers?
They just got home from karate. They're
Okay.
upstairs making a bunch of noise that I hope you guys don't hear over this.
One day I'm just going to surprise you guys and just show up in Indiana on one of your doorsteps.
I fully expect it.
Yes.
You got connections. You can find my address. You know exactly how to find me.
Oh, I know where you live. I know where all of you live.
Yeah.
If you don't
you've
think
got
I checked you
connections.
all out beforehand, you're crazy.
You're in the New York trash business. Of course you know where we live.
I know. I also know your blood type. I know what you eat for breakfast. I know what time you go to the bathroom. I know what time you leave and where you park your car and when to start it.
What
I don't
color
even know
underwear am
how-
I wearing?
Kirk,
Black.
we all know you don't wear any. And if you do, they're under ruse.
Correct.
Probably Spider-Man today.
Can you tell me what my blood type is? Because I have no idea.
You really don't know?
I got asked that this week, and I was like, I have no idea what my blood type is.
You're O positive.
Probably. My mom is. I have no idea.
I know you're O positive.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, go to the next one.
Pathfinder pipes. I like
Pathfinder
this a lot.
pipes.
Yeah. Go ahead and read this.
Austin says, I've never attempted a canted pipe before. I was nervous about making a sitter that actually sat without tipping. I had every intention to blast this pipe, but the grain looks so good and has virtually no falls in the briar. No stain, just oiled and waxed, faux ivory accent, and gray and black ebonite stem.
This piece is phenomenal
Stunner.
Yeah,
in every way. The
yeah.
bird's eye on the bottom, the grain on the bowl itself, the shape that he did, the plateau, the cross cut of the rim like that, the stem, everything about this pipe is absolutely exceptional. It fits the challenge based on the fact that it is a cherry wood shape. It's not the challenge that Johan did from freehand or the cobbler or anything like that. But this is a cherry wood pipe. This is today's cherry wood pipe. This is an artisan pipe that anybody would be happy to have in their collection.
It's a stunner. I actually
Beautiful.
talked to Austin at Columbus, and I told him that, dude, like, your pipe making has come a long way. He has really grown in the last year, I would say.
I think
yeah.
this is the nicest piece of his that I've seen.
his stem making has primo. Like, it's really come a long way.
Listen, you could have done a lot of things with the stem on this, on how it met the shank. There's a lot of ways it could have gone. He picked the perfect path for this.
I
Almost
actually
like you found the path.
Yeah, well,
was
it's
at his table one moment, and his wife and kid were there. I was like, I want to tell you, I've been watching Austin's work, and let me tell you, he's getting better and better and better, and his work is exceptional now.
yeah, this is beautiful. I have nothing else to say about it except that it's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, you agree, Kirk?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
All right, good. Hit the button.
So,
Kevin
All right.
Foster.
You know, just
Probably
skip.
the worst pipe here. Says, got her done. Nothing much to discuss about this month. Freehand drilled smooth cherry wood with an ebonite stem.
Yeah, this is your quintessential cherry wood versus poker. If you had to separate the two words from different pipes, this would absolutely fit into that cherry wood section. Almost pickaxe like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we all know Kevin's just a talent. He was born with a gift, and it's just a beautiful piece. What I really like, which I found interesting on this, zoom into the bottom right picture. Right there. I would say 3 out of 5 pipe makers would probably have chosen a solid stem for this. Black, green, anything. They would not have gone with this Cumberland like that, which matches and at the same time contrasts to the bowl. It's absolutely perfect. It was the perfect stem for this. You know why I say it was a good choice for this? Because given the fact that the challenge is a cherry wood, if you were to carve a pipe completely out of one piece of wood, without a separate stem, this is what it might look like. So it gives the appearance of that. Really nice job.
I love how thin that flare is on the stem.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're usually a little chunkier, and he went like paper thin on it. It looks so good.
Yeah, and I'm a sucker for plateau. Just really nice. I mean, look, we all know Kevin's work is next level. Uh, but this is beautiful.
Front edge line. Ooh, woo.
Well, see what I like is yes, you have the line where it's almost falling away, but it's not perfectly balanced, and that it is perfectly balanced. Uh, but the chamber comes straight down from there. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it's a narrow chamber at the bottom. This would be perfect for Virginias.
Hmm.
Kirk, do you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
I'm so glad to hear that. I
I
would be
I do
disappointed
like
if you
the
didn't.
colors that. Yeah, he. I like how he used the Cumberland stem. It just goes great together.
From a distance, it looks like one complete one piece.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I give him credit for his stem choice for sure. I think that's all of them.
That is all of them. It was a short challenge.
Only 6.
Thing about Kevin's is it kind of looks like a tree branch.
Yeah.
The way it comes out. I dig that.
Yeah, he did a nice job. But that one from Pathfinder, let me tell you, he keeps up like that. He's gonna it's gonna surprise a lot of people, like bringing up the rear real quick
Hmm.
on Artisans. That was an exceptional piece.
So when does it get in your mailbox, Jerry?
No, I didn't do it.
We all know you use this as a front to get pipes that you want before other people see them.
Of course, but
That's the
but
only
I do
reason.
that. But I do that anyway. I do that at pipe shows too, and without even going. You got to keep your eyes open. I have found an artisan pipe maker who deals or creates beautiful works. They range from your basic shapes with a little eccentricity to it to Art Deco. And then there's the happy medium in between. So he has one that's coming to me, should have in a couple of weeks or so, based on where it's shipping from. Uh, beautiful, beautiful work. So I like finding new artisans. The translation between him and me was very difficult. His English is non-existent, and he kept typing in his language, and I couldn't translate it. So I would tell him again. So
Kevin's from Atlanta. His language shouldn't be that different than
who?
Kevin's from Atlanta. Is
Yeah, no.
that
Well,
pretty-
put it this way: when he had sent me the tracking number that the pipe had shipped, he said, "Good riddance." I said, "Good riddance means like good. I'm glad it's gone and out of here." He goes, "Oh, translator error. It's on its way." But where this guy lives is, I mean, I, 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 I mean, with everything going on, I'm glad to see that he's in good spirits. He smokes a pipe and he makes pipes. He's a happy guy. So we'll see how that goes. So the challenge that I put it out for August all revolved around 2 days ago, the Sturgeon Moon. You want to read it?
Yep, I do. And I was prepared for you to ask me that.
I know you were,
Oh,
but then
yeah.
I saw you weren't. So I sprung it on you.
Yep, it's right here in the announcements. Okay. Okay, August. Forget summer, forget the heat. This is all about moon phases.
Ooh.
August full moon, the sturgeon moon, will peak on 8/19, and it'll be the first super moon of the year, besides Justin in a thong. And will be at peak illumination at 2:26 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Oh,
Which
just
I
so
thought
everybody
was
knows, We do have a picture of you in a thong that we'll be posting with the pictures. Go on.
Those were Daisy Dukes. Thank you. You've seen me in Daisy Dukes. You've not seen me in a thong yet.
Yeah.
Oh, but I have. Go on.
So that evening, looking southeast, it will appear brighter and bigger than any other full moon of the year. But you put 2:26 p.m., so like 2:26 in the afternoon is when it was brightest, its peak.
Yeah. Yes, it was. 226. If you looked, you would have been able to see it. The fact that we had thunder showers here crashing through, where 5 miles from me, a lake opened up and took out the dorms at Stony Brook University. Nobody here saw it. But 2 days ago, the 19th, maybe the sturgeon moon had something to do with this. But go on.
With all that useless information, a pipe based on the appearance of the moon. My intentions are always to make you guys think about Briar in a completely different way than you're used to. So think large, round craters. Think living fossil, sturgeon, deep, craggy blasts, rustication that'll lose a finger, or intricately placed chips. A different shape for all of you from what I've seen, as well as finish. Welcome to August's challenge.
Now, there are other moon finishes. Nathan Armentrout does one, which is absolutely beautiful and stunning. I have the first one he did, which is just a knockout. Chris Asquith in the UK, he had done one. I have one of his in white. So I actually have a black moon and a white moon. Literally, the pipe is bleached with a white finish and a white ivorite stem. It's gorgeous. So the fact that the sturgeon moon was coming up and everything else, that's where I decided to go with this. So some of them have already come up with quite a few examples, and they do look pretty good. Rich from Smith House finished his with the yellow stem. It looks amazing. So did Kevin Foster, actually. So almost like a starship kind of thing. But yeah, I think they're gonna do some nice things with this.
Did you buy any?
September, I have something very crazy planned.
Is it for my birthday?
Yeah, of course it is. Yes, yeah, yes, Kirk. Happy birthday! Yay! Blow on this. But it's going to be September is going to be a challenge in a different way. It's almost two challenges in one.
They have to make two identical pipes
Nope,
and
nope,
then burn them down.
nope, not in the least. It's going to be something none of them will be expecting at all.
I'm
Yes,
scared.
you should
Airplane
be
thing?
scared.
Are you gonna?
They
are you
should
gonna
all
enter
be
that?
scared.
Are you gonna enter one, Justin? Like in September? No.
You should.
I feel attacked.
You should feel attacked. You should do it.
Maybe in October.
You would love the next challenge for September.
Maybe I should have done a cherry wood.
I can't believe you didn't. You're like some Southern boy, redneck and all.
Honestly, of all the challenges I could have done, that should have been the one I did.
Yeah, but you didn't.
It would have been right in my wheelhouse.
Of course it would have been.
Yeah, I've just been
Just a
busy.
couple of dowel rods and you're ready to go.
Yeah,
Right. I mean, he
I've-
keeps talking about all these tools he's got, like his father was a TV repairman or something.
I've got a lot of tools. I was at a carving seminar this weekend.
Yeah, you could have carved a cherry wood pipe, but you didn't.
I actually, Kirk's already ridiculed me about this once. He's like, "We don't want to see your carvings. We want to see you carving pipes."
Well, listen, you want to carve naked cartoon characters on naked horses? I'm all good. See, I do listen.
Oh man,
Just catching up. Believe it or not, there are a lot of podcasts out there. You've some not so good. Yeah.
I like ours.
No, I enjoy yours. Like I said, I laugh. It's good. You know, listen, when I get to have comedy, pipes, tobacco, and the inadequacies of Nate trying to fix things, I mean, it's a home run. especially with his neighbor with the furry teeth.
My neighbor's not the one with the furry teeth, but I'm glad you knew that.
Close enough.
All right. So what else do we have? We're good.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
I feel pretty good about what's happened.
Do you now? Justin, anything?
I'm golden.
Okay, you are.
Like a shower.
You're,
So we sh-
you're,
we
you're
sh-
beautiful.
Shower.
Stay fresh.
we should be getting together again in
Wait
a
till
couple weeks.
Thursday. Wait until Thursday.
Well, Kirk dog, you got anything?
It smells like up dog in here.
What's up, dog?
Why does
Not
it
so
smell
much.
like
What's up
up
with
dog
you?
in there?
I love it. So it was really funny.
Wow.
I did that. Never mind. I forgot the story. I'm not going to
Go
try
ahead, bud.
remembering.
Tell it.
Nope.
Tell it. I'll
No.
give you. Listen,
Hey,
I will
Kirk, I like
give you the
that.
mic right now. Tell it.
Okay, I'm trying to think. So my wife was saying something about getting up.
This
I had
better
to
be
get up.
good.
I had to get up and get ready, and I was like, I'm looking for my something, and she's like, it's down here. I'm like, down where? And she's like, underwear or something like that. And I was like, oh, I made her say it, but that wasn't as executed as what I was planning for. That's why I didn't want to do it.
Should never have let him do this. This was awful.
Oh my God.
Secondhand embarrassment for him telling that.
Listen, we got him off the PB&J thing, okay? Even though the two of us are correct, and we'll just leave it at that. But
No.
we're good with it.
You know the correct way to eat a PB&J?
Go ahead.
You take 2 pieces of bread. You put peanut butter on one side. You put jelly on the other side. You slap them together. You throw it in the trash and you fry.
And you what?
I
What?
can't.
You take that sandwich that I just described and you throw it in the trash.
Kirk, you keep muting him. Is that
You
what's going
can't
on?
keep muting him. Go ahead, say it.
Oh shit.
Why would you put it in the trash? You just made the sandwich the way you wanted it.
What I was trying to say was you throw it in the
Kirk, you hit that button again. I'm going to come over there. I'm going to smack you upside the head. You understand me? Go ahead.
I like to see
throw it
you
in the
try.
trash.
Go.
You throw it in the trash. And you make some bacon. I think we can all
Oh.
it's better than PB&J.
Listen, everything's better with bacon. Why not just put it in the sandwich?
That's what I was thinking.
All right.
Oh shit. I didn't hit
What?
record, guys.